Hey guys, this is going to be a quick video on evaluating algebraic expressions when given values. And your assignment looks like this, and it goes right along with this video. And so that's what I'm going to ask you guys to complete when the video is over. All right, let's get started. So I added this example as an afterthought because it occurred to me that you may not know what to do if the x is already negative and you're inserting another negative number in. So take this one example. This is not on the homework at all, but take this one example with me. I need to put in -5 into this negative x. So one way I like to think about it is my negative stays, and then I insert my new number of -5, and then I just rewrite the rest of the expression. So this is what I put in the place of x, but because it was a negative x, that negative stays on the outside here. This one on the outside stays. And then I have to think, okay, this negative can be thought of as a -1, because you know that -1 times x is the same thing as negative x. We talked about why this is true earlier. So knowing that, a -1 times a -5 gets us a +5. So now we got 5 minus 1, so this whole expression would equal 4. So to make it as simple as possible, if you're inserting a negative number in the spot of a negative x, you don't just get rid of a negative. Include both of them and then move on from there. So one of the ways I wanted to help you guys figure this skill out is to actually do 2 of the problems right from the homework. You can write down the answers to these problems on the sheet as you watch this video, and then just complete the other 12 tonight on your own. I want to do 11 and then 13 with you today because I think those are fairly representative of the skills you're going to need, and this is not going to be too difficult of a skill for you. So starting with number 11, it says 3n minus 5 when n is -9.5. So I'm going to just rewrite that real quick. So 3n minus 5. Let's talk real quick about vocabulary. This is an expression for a few different reasons. Number one, there's not an equal sign, and it's just expressing a value. And we use expressions for all kinds of different reasons in the real world. But this tells us specifically what n should be. It says n should equal -9.5. It says it right over here on the page. So I'm going to insert that in the place of n. And then from there, I just rewrite everything else just like it looks in the expression. And that's really all there is to this. With an algebraic expression, you insert the value, then you follow the order of operations. So because I'm looking at the order of operations, I know I need to multiply before I can subtract. So I'll multiply 3 times 9.5, knowing my product's going to be negative. Let's see if I can do this in my head. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times a half is 1.5. So I'm going to guess it's going to be -28.5 minus 5. So here I've got a good old subtraction problem. I start out negative. I'm going to get more negative. So I really just need to add the numbers together. So my final expressed value here should be along the lines of -33.5. And that your work, when I look at your homework tomorrow, I'd like to see your work lined out like this, where you copy down the expression, where you insert the values for the variables, and then you go about using PEMDAS. Let's do one more on the next slide. So this is the last example I think I will do with you. And in this particular case, x is going to be equal to 10. We have 2 locations in which we need to insert x. Here in the numerator and then over by the 3. So it becomes 10 squared over 25 plus 3 times 10. And my next step then is to evaluate the first thing I need to evaluate according to PEMDAS. So this parenthesis over here, the 10 in parentheses, that's just multiplication. So I can move right on to exponents. So I'm going to have 100 over 25 plus, and it's all right now to go ahead and do that multiplication, plus 30. So now I want to work it left to right, following the order of operations again. And the first thing I see here is division. So we're going to have 4 plus 30, and our final answer is going to be 34, because the 100 divided by 25 got me 4. So it really is that simple. You take the expression, you insert the values, you follow the order of operations, vada voom, you're done. Hence, why it's a homework assignment for tonight, because I don't think we need to do this much in class. I think you can get it done at home, and then we'll correct it in class, and we'll be able to move on to higher level skills. Thanks for doing this tonight, guys and girls.